productivities come up. That is one. And two is obviously helping us make much more better decisions. That's going to be very important. I think now way forward is going to be how we start moving the journeys into the front end for the customer. Yes Bank has always been in the digital frontier, leaps ahead. Although obviously, as we start to scale our business, there were a couple of key problem statements. How do we reduce the cost, operational cost? How do we create efficiencies associated with it? And how do we bring about a good experience to the customer? For us, AI was probably the best way forward on the generative AI, how you really embed it into the customer side experiences. So these were the two key agendas, and that's how we set out in terms of driving the transformation. I think more importantly, when you look at the people side of the story, it's about improving their work efficiency. So it is very important, enabling them to become more productive. Using agentic AI, is there an opportunity for us to be able to reimagine the process, help them be much more productive, and in the bargain, help us reduce cost while driving productivity. I think that is one area. On the experience side, I think where we are really starting the journey is about saying how do you bring a combination of generative AI and agentic AI in terms of the interactions that a customer has through our digital footprint, whether it is the app, whether it is the contact center, those are the ones. So we see that if a customer is able to do a much more simpler way of looking at transactions, getting the responses, getting the service done, why not? Because that's going to only create more, I would say, stickiness and better experience. Microsoft, specifically the fact that we had embarked upon the cloud journey with Microsoft, Azure being our primary cloud service enabler, was a natural segue for us to how lean in on to the Azure related products. And one of the services we latched onto is the AI, OpenAI and other AI Foundry. So to us, as we started the journey and the experiment to figure out what's best, we found it as a natural ally for us to be able to help us into that journeys, I must say. And in doing so, obviously, we had started off with the Power Apps journey, which was the low-code, no-code. Enabling that into the AI, embedding AI into those journeys was also the next step there. So I think to us, it was a natural progression in the overall engagement, and that has really helped us. And today, obviously, as we roll forward, we do believe that with the vast opportunity there in the Azure platform and the services being enabled, we do expect that a lot of the productivity or experience enablers are going to be driven through the Microsoft-related services. Now, while we have used AI in terms of enabling it at the bot level, which is essentially answering to queries or prompts, especially on the HR side, especially on the process and procedure manuals, I think the biggest difference it has made is in terms of simplifying our entire invoice processing in terms of reading invoices for the entire accounts payable. I think that's been a major boon for us. It was a first step in the right direction.